Boutros sought to fight Trump over his threats to sue women. DACA lawsuit adds to case filed by State Attorneys General. Los Angeles Attorney Ted Boutros has been itching for a courtroom battle with President Donald Trump. Now, he's got it. Boutros is taking on the president over the proposed end to a program that protects so-called Dreamers, children who were brought to the U.S. by undocumented immigrants. Last year, he offered free legal services to women Trump threatened to sue for claiming he sexually harassed them. Boutros sued Trump on Monday on behalf of 6 program participants, most of whom came from Mexico before they were 10. Trump's decision to end the program in 6 months is a cruel bait-and-switch motivated by an unconstitutional bias against Mexicans, according to the complaint. More than a dozen state attorneys general sued earlier this month, alleging the plan to end President Barack Obama's 2012 policy on Dreamers, formerly known as Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals, is unconstitutional. And like the earlier suit, Boutros claims Trump's history of derogatory comments about Mexicans on the campaign trail, when he said many were rapists and criminals, are evidence that his decision is rooted in bigotry. The lawsuit includes a variety of quotes, including one by Speaker of the House Paul Ryan, who characterized one such remark about Mexicans by Trump as the textbook definition of a racist comment. Trump's action was entirely lawful, a White House official said in an email Monday. The president wants Congress to act and pass responsible immigration reform, which will include his priorities of massive border security and interior enforcement, the official said. Department of Homeland Security spokeswoman Joanne Talbot declined to comment on the lawsuit. Trump's populist uprising takes him all the way to White House. Boutros hasn't shied away from criticizing Trump in the past. After Trump threatened to sue women who accused him of sexual assault and harassment, right after a 2005 recording surfaced in which Trump bragged that as a star he could grab women and get away with it, Boutros offered on Twitter to take any case pro bono if Trump sued. Trump didn't, but Boutros said he gave legal assistance to a few women who feared they'd be taken to court. "I was struck by the fact you had someone in a position of power, running for office, going after the free speech rights of individual citizens who were expressing their views," Boutros, 56, said in a phone call. "It was so disrespectful of their rights as citizens, I felt compelled to speak out." Boutros had also blasted Trump over his criticism of U.S. District Court Judge Gonzalo Curiel, who was handling a fraud lawsuit against Trump University. Trump accused the Indiana-born judge of having a conflict because of his Mexican heritage. Boutros called Trump's comment un-American in an interview with BuzzFeed News. First Amendment lawyer Ted Boutros, "Trump's threats won't squelch free speech." Boutros, the global co-chairman of Gibson Dunn and Crutcher LLP's litigation group, got involved in the Dreamer fight even before Trump's decision to end DACA. The attorney was one of several who represented 23-year-old Ramirez Medina in a fight against deportation in March, though Trump isn't a defendant in that case. It would have been the first time such an immigrant without a criminal record would have been removed. Ramirez was released from jail, but the case is still pending, Boutros said. That case demonstrated the real unfairness and danger of the policies that the Trump administration was rolling out, and it seemed to signify that there had been a real shift away from respecting the rights of individuals who had gone through the DACA program, Boutros said. "Our client had done everything right and there was no basis for detaining him." Boutros, who grew up in North Dakota, describes himself as a moderate Democrat, but has worked on issues on both sides of the political aisle. Trump tweeted DACA's demise on September 5, but gave the program a 6-month lifeline so Congress could try to pass a law to protect the Dreamers. The president later surprised his supporters by working with Democrats on a possible DACA bill. He tweeted on September 14, "Does anybody really want to throw out good, educated and accomplished young people who have jobs, some serving in the military? Really?" Trump's apparent change of heart didn't dissuade Boutros, who claims the president's plan is just another example of Mexicans and Latinos being used as political pawns. "It's hard to understand where Trump is heading with these comments," Boutros said. If Congress passes a statute that enshrines DACA into law and the president signs it, that would be wonderful. But until that happens, all these young people are at risk. Among those suing to block the president's plan are San Diego attorney Dulce Garcia, who was brought to the U.S. illegally from Mex.